Hi everybody, welcome to Deb's Way, and I'm Deb. It's a very fall-looking, overcast, dreary day here in Central Florida, but it's hot outside. It does cool down at night now, but not real bad, or too cold. And then the days are in the 80s. I think I got up to 86 today, but the sun wasn't out. It was overcast all day long. And it looks like it's cold outside, but it really isn't. What did they say? That's kind of like looks are deceiving. Well, that's what it is today. But I am going to participate in a tag. Oh, for heaven's sakes. There's an ice cream. It is fall, okay? There's an ice cream truck coming around. And I have not heard this ice cream truck here in, months and months and months. But he's making the circle. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to participate in a tag that Vicki Marie, Living Life, did do. And she tagged me. And so, yeah, I thought the questions were kind of interesting, so I thought I'd give it a try. And it has to do with the fall season and things that interest you or how the fall season hits you. So let's see what happens here. The first question is favorite cool weather food. And I would have to say that, especially in the fall, when the weather starts to cool off, I do like to have soups or stews. But William doesn't like that, so I don't fix a lot of it. I basically get that kind of food when I eat out somewhere, especially the soups. And otherwise, he'll fix his chili. We have this other times of the year too, but in the fall is when he gets an urge to make his chili. So I would say yes, his chili is very good in the fall, and then I like to make goulash as well. And I do make goulash at other times of the year, but in the fall especially, you know what? You just kind of get a craving for these warming foods, and this comes to mind, okay? So it'd be goulash, chili, my mom's goulash, chili, William's chili, and then eating out so I can have my soup and stews, whatever. Okay, number 2, favorite cool weather smell. Okay, I do like the smell of cinnamon and the cinnamon spice, hot chocolate, and especially noticeable in the fall, because that's when it first starts. Sometimes when I take Ginger outside on a cool night, I can smell the neighbors have fireplaces, and I can smell their fireplaces burning, and it smells so good. I would love to have a wood-burning fireplace. I've never had one. I don't know if I would really want to do the cleanup or the maintenance on it, but I would love to have one for the aroma and the ambience and just the cheeriness of sitting there watching the fire and the flames, that sort of thing. The best I can probably come up to that would be, an electric fireplace of some sort. I've had those before and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. So anyway, yeah, I would say cinnamon smelling spice and the fireplaces around the neighborhood. Number 3, favorite place to view the fall. Well, around here, like I say, you don't see the colors that you do see up north. For the fall colors and that, I would say that my favorite place would be back where I used to live in Minneapolis. And I lived in South Minneapolis and in an area where right across a bridge over to St. Paul area, the colors along the Mississippi River there were just gorgeous, brilliant colors. And it was just, I think I have pictures of that too that I took several years ago. It's a beautiful area, just brilliant colors in the fall. So that would have to be one place that I like to view fall at. Another one was several years ago, I did go up to see the color changes in the east, up northeast. like in New Hampshire and Maine and up in Massachusetts. The colors up there are brilliant as well. Very, very beautiful, bright. But it was a tie, actually. Minnesota has colors just like that. Beautiful, beautiful fall. You don't see that down here in Florida, okay? Number 4, favorite fall color. I would say I don't really have just one fall favorite color. I think fall colors, all of them are just amazing. The reds, the golds, the browns, even when they start turning the greenish, different green shades, the rust, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. So I don't have just one color in that color scheme. It would be the mass of them, all of them. Number 5, movie that puts you in a fall mood. There are a few Christmas movies that I know of right off, but that's not fall. Well, and I guess that centers around the theme of Halloween and Thanksgiving again. For Halloween, yeah, there's several Halloween movies that are, scary or whatever. I don't really care for the scary movies. I know Vicky Marie mentioned Hocus Pocus, and yeah, that's a cute movie. I like that. Another one that I did like was Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock. That's a cute movie too. And then other ones would be Thanksgiving themed, and those would basically were on the Hallmark Channel that showed, different movies at the time. They were always nice, and they were very family oriented and home oriented, and just a nice family warming, just a nice time, that it showed. Number 6, best fall event. Best fall event. Well, I know for a lot of people in the fall, that's a trigger for sports. The beginning of football season, that sort of thing, beginning of hunting season. I don't do either one of those. I don't have any interest in either one, really. The best fall event. Well, this year, my best fall event so far has been just planting my fall garden and seeing radishes come up. I did not plant or have space to plant like acorn or pumpkin or anything like that. Would have been interesting to see if that would have grown, but no, that's not a fall crop down here anyway. Acorn isn't. But yeah, planting my fall garden, I guess, and hoping that everything turns out okay with that. And so far I've got radishes up, my tomato plant is looking good. What's the other one I've got up? I think Brussels sprouts have shown up. I'm not sure. Could be the Brussels sprouts. But that would be it. Best fall event. No, you know what it was? My best fall event has not been recent. It was something that I did years ago when my friends from England visited, and they visited in the fall time frame on one of their trips over to visit me. We went on a hayride, and that was in Minnehaha Park, and I don't know who put it on, but it was for the food shelter in the area. You donated cans of food and got to ride on the hayride and go through the park in a scary area type of thing. And it was interesting. It was fun. My friends enjoyed it. And it was just a nice evening. And it was cold. It was cold too. So that was nice. We went back home to my home and I fixed some hot chocolate. That's how we ended that evening. Number 7, favorite fall memory. Oh my gosh, I think I just said that. That would have to be my favorite fall memory. Yeah. The time I spent with my friends from England who came to visit at that time. And I was still single then. I had not married at all. Had my little house in South Minneapolis. And we went on a few little sightseeing trips around the area. Had a lot of fun. Yeah. Number 8, irrational fall fears. Scary things about the fall. I don't really have anything that I would consider to be irrational fall fears. I can't even think of anything. Not even a fall fear. I mean, maybe when I was much, much younger, you know, you were afraid of things like ghosts and witches and that sort of thing. Nothing has happened in my lifetime to make me fearful like that, of anything like that. Scary things about the fall? I don't really have anything for that either. There is something that happens around our area here in the fall, and that seems to be the wildlife comes out. We've got bears roaming around the area, around the neighborhood here. Now, if I came across a bear, yeah, I would think that was pretty doggone scary, but I have not yet done that. I've heard that they come close to our backyard, but I have not seen or heard anything. So I hope I never do either. I would consider that to be pretty scary right now in the fall. Number 9, and the last one. Painfully funny fall memory. And I don't have any. I really don't. Nothing has ever happened to me to be painful. And nothing painfully funny, you know, type of thing. No. I really, nothing comes to mind whatsoever in that category, so I'm going to have to pass on that one. I can tell you something that I remember right off that, well, it wasn't painful, it wasn't really too funny, it was just when I was in grade school and I lived in Kansas yet. I'm from Topeka, and at the time I was in grade school, there was something happening around the area where there was somebody taking children. You know, children could be walking home from school, and somebody would evidently drive along and kidnap them. And I do remember that my mother told me, you know, she warned us kids, because we walked to and from school, and that was like, I would say almost a mile. But she said, don't accept rides from strangers, don't talk to strangers. You know, we got the full warning. And I was on my way home by myself and walking along, and a car came along and stopped. And I did not recognize the car. I remember that. And a guy rolled down the window, a young man, and he says, you want a ride? And I panicked and I go, no, you know. I was scared of that. That was scary. And I started walking quickly home. And the car pulled off, and as he, you know, left the area that I was in, I ran for home from there. When I got home, my mother told me, she said something about, well, she asked me, she goes, did somebody stop to give you a ride? And I go, you know, yeah. And she goes, that was good that you didn't take it. But it was a neighbor. It was the son of somebody that lived nearby. I didn't know who it was. He was an older guy. And here I was, like, you know, maybe what, 6, 7, 8 type of thing? Yeah. And anyway, the young man's mother called my mom and let her know that it was her son that had stopped to give me a ride home. And, you know, that I evidently looked a little bit scared about it. So she thought she'd let my mom know that there was nothing to be scared about. It was her son, and he was just trying to do something nice. So anyway, that wasn't funny, but I do remember that. Do you know how long ago that was? If I was 6, 7, or 8? Yeah. 60 years ago for sure. Anyway, those are the questions, okay? And I think I'm going to tag 3 people on this one too. Just like Vicky Marie tagged 3 people on hers, I'm going to tag 3 as well. And hopefully you'll do it. And if you get your husbands to do it, fine. If you don't, if it's just you, that's fine too. And if you've been tagged out too much, you know, and you don't want to do it, that's okay too. But I hope you do participate and you just have fun with it. So Jan, at Simply Jan Homestead, why don't you give it a try? And if Kevin wants to do it with you, great, okay? And how about Runneth over Garden&Life? Nina and Boyce, you want to give it a go? And then I'm going to tag Jeannie, who got me started in this YouTube thing, you know, Lead Me to Peace Jeannie, and her husband Dennis, if you want to do it together. So you three, if you want to participate, great. Love to hear what you have to say. I had fun with it. I did ask William if he wanted to do it too, but you know, it's a guy thing with him. He wasn't interested, and that's okay. I understand. But that's just him. So other than that, I hope you all are having a great day. You take care out there, and we'll be talking again real soon. But it's bye for now.